Hey, what's up? What's up? So I'm gonna show you a setup that I took on gold and it gave me 500 pips. So it's been a long time. I think it's the first time that I was able to catch this amount of pips on gold. Can't remember the last time, but 500 pips, it's for sure a big trade on gold, right? So before we dive into the chart, I'm going to show you this. So there we go, 500 pips, right? And yeah, if you want, you can join our free Telegram. I'm going to post it in the description below. You can join for free. And also, if you're new to trading and you want to learn more about it, so you can go on the website, so Driven Trader Nation, right? And if you just begin, you can take the beginner pack, right, to start and to know everything that a beginner needs to know to begin trading, right? It's gonna save you time. And also you can join also our Zoom session. So we are currently running 3 Zoom per week. So 1 hour per session. Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and they are in French for Sunday and Tuesday. And Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, it's in English. So only for intermediate, right? So if you don't know what is a pip, what is a lot size, how to properly have a good risk management and all that, market structure. So just start with the beginner pack before taking the intermediate, right? So if we go on the chart, so you have to understand the perception of the trade first, right? The mindset, why I took that, and yeah, it doesn't happen all the time, this kind of setup, I would say like that, right? So my perception of the market at that time was gold did hit a new all-time high. And if you analyze gold for a while, most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, when gold reached a new all-time high, it rejected. So if you go on chart, we are currently on a daily perspective. So we had this, I believe, yes, at that time was a new all-time high and then rejected, right? Here, you had it here. At that time, new all-time high and rejected. Test back the top and then reject, but do you see? Yeah, that was kind of my perception of the trade. And also what I say to the members, right, in DT Nation is, in my opinion, so that this is my opinion, the best setup that you can have is a scalp entry on a swing setup. That's my opinion, right? You might not, you might disagree, right? But that's my opinion. So when you take a scalp entry and then on a swing setup, that's the best scenario for me. It doesn't happen all the time, right? The market doesn't give you all the time this kind of setup, so just be aware, right? And also why I'm showing you this is just to show you that it is possible to be a good trader, right? You just need to work a lot on your mindset and focus more on the progress than the result. That's the key. Focus on, on your FOMO, be better at it, focus on your patience, focus on how you manage your emotions. If it's a losing day or a winning day, so don't be overexcited, don't be over depressed about the result, right? And your mind is stronger than your emotions. In trading, you need a high EQ, so emotional intelligence, not necessarily a high IQ. To be, yeah, advanced at the top level of trading, you need a high EQ. So work on that, right? And I already said that, but trading is not for humans because it triggers a lot of bad aspect of humans. So FOMO, emotions, greed, patience, so a lot of things, right? But if you work on that and you keep working on the progress and not necessarily the result, of course, you can be a good trader, right? What I also realize about mentoring people is trading is really hard. So yeah, I'm still trading, I'm still in the game. And if this video can inspire you to be a better trader or start trading, of course, it's a wonderful world, but it's the hardest way to make easy money. Let's say like that. If you know, you know. Good. So let's dive in into the setup. So my plan on this setup was um, trying to get a scalp entry for a swing setup, right? So if we look at the chart, let's go on the 1 hour. You see at that time, so Sydney session, most brokers have gold opening at around 6 p.m. Eastern time, right? 6:05, something like that. So when that happened and you see gold pump, you have a probability that it might reject, right? So it happened once, maybe more, but from what I remember, I saw gold reach all-time high at the beginning of Sydney session, something very unusual. Boom, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right? Reach a new all-time high and then reject it. So usually gold is more volatile around London session and New York session. It's unusual for gold to have, let's say, a big volatility at the opening of Sydney. Why? I don't know. All right. I guess smart money know, but yeah. So once I saw this huge pump and create that new all-time high, and then it rejected, I was patient, right? I didn't want to jump in the trade because I wanted to give a structure before I enter. And it's also something that let's say beginners and intermediate, let's say trader have to work on is to be patient, right? So let's go on smaller time frame. So nice rejection, right, at opening of Sydney, something unusual for gold. So it like give me a sign that I might want to look for a trade, right? And then reject here, dropped a bit. I let it do, I let gold do or does what it has to do, right? Before taking any trades. I did have, yes, I did have a short around this area. So we have this imbalance here and also previous bottom. I did have this kind of this trade here. I was targeting 100 pips at this bottom. So my vision of the market is pretty simple. I simplified, right? So I look for tops, bottom, imbalance, and of course the understanding of the structure, if it's bullish or bearish. I don't really complicate things, but let's say I have a lot of knowledge and I just simplifying the, let's say, the smart money and all these complicated things, let's say like that, right? So targeting 100 pips at this, right? I had this trade, so pretty simple. So reject, close with a big rejection. My first trade was here around this area, and then it did hit 100 pips. Nice, beautiful, right? Boom, this bottom pay out well, right? But you know, it's usually it's like if you can catch let's say 100 pips ish, maybe more, maybe a bit less. On gold, it's pretty like common, let's say like that. 100 pips move for gold. But anyways, I'm not gonna talk about this trade there too much. It's like, okay, cool, nice, right? I just want to put more emphasis on the 500 pips move. So what we understand about market structure right now in the 5 minutes, but it's gonna be the same thing on, let's say, 30 minutes there. What we understand is buyers cannot break above this area. So I was looking at 2010, 2012, sorry, 2210 and 2212 area to look for potential shorts, right? So it gave me that structure here before I entered the trade, right? So if you look, this is the top and this is the bottom. But like I said, most of the time, not all the time, when gold hit a new all-time high, it rejected with a big movement, with a lot of pips. So I was kind of have this perception, right? So here at 6 a.m. Eastern time, I was like, okay, cool. If it reached this area, at the time I was not in front of the chart. So I entered, boom. My stop loss was a bit above 22, above 2212, right? Because if it makes a high, I'm gonna be wrong, right? So after that, because for this kind of setup, I was looking for a scalp entry and also on a swing setup. This is why my first DP was at 2195. My second one was at 2185. So why? In terms of market structure, you see this bottom here. So buyers could have, right, reject this buy area here. And also here at 2185-ish. It's not a big level, it's a minor level, but still, right? So that was my TP. I had 3 positions on that. What I like to do is I have my risk management and I divide it by 3. So like that, I can have 3 positions, right? So if we look at it, let's follow it, right? a bit of hesitation, and then started to drop. Nice momentum to the downside, and then it just at this level here, one of my position was out, and my second one was here. See the bearish momentum enters in the market, so we are bearish, right? Wow, beautiful. And then I had only one position, so that's why you only see one position, right, in the picture. It's just because this one was Thursday, right? Play out Thursday, close 1-2 position, and my last one was Friday. So I was looking for a 500 pips move. I didn't know if it will go, right? And if you look at it, it's a risk to reward to, let's say, 1 to 16-ish. In at my current stage in trading, one to above one risk to reward 1 to 10, it's rare. It's not something that I do every single day. Above 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio, it's pretty like rare. Of course, if you're just being into trade, maybe 1 to 5 might be rare for you. It depends on what level in trading you are. But for me, above 1 to 10 risk to reward ratio, bruh, it's pretty rare. Not that common in my level, right? So this one, if it play out, I was looking for 1 to 16. It's crazy, crazy setup. Like I said, it doesn't happen all the time, right? So if we look at it, my first TP was 1 to 5-ish. My second TP was 1 to 8. And then my final was 1 to 16. Like I said, understand me. I was looking for a scalp entry on a swing setup. Doesn't happen all the time. But with the all-time high, with the new all-time high, it has probability that it might reject. I just seize the opportunity, let's say like that. And also trading its timing. So are you in front of the chart at that time? Are you trying to analyze some chart? Are you there at that time, right? Yeah, at the top, I like the top. I like looking at bottoms and imbalance. So why my final TP here? It's just because if you go on bigger time frame, you have this imbalance, of course, and on the 4 hours and on the 1 hour. So at that level here, buyers were able to push the price to the upside, and it's, if you look at the structure, is the previous bottom, right? So you have the highs here and you have the previous bottom here. So my target was 2159-ish. So I did put 21, sorry, 2159, yeah, 2159.88 as my final TP and not 2159, right? Because I was like, damn, bro, I don't know if it's a 500 pips move on gold. It's pretty rare. So I was like, but still, all right, can potentially hit it. And I saw this, right? Saw this move here. It was at around this top level, let's say. This top level here. And also what you have a nice rejection with the wick, right? And then try to pump. But if you look also previously on gold, let's say here, let's say this structure is not new all-time high, I believe. But anyways, what do you see? A nice pump to the upside and then a big drop. So the volume here was very bearish. And then at this bottom, what happened? A nice little pump, right? So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not scared about, or yeah, I'm not scared about the price pushing up because the volume is very bearish. And if you took the top, you might be okay, right? And then continue to drop. So I was kind of having this setup in mind and still believe. I don't know if it's the right word, but I still trust the setup. Yeah, I still trust the setup. Let's say like that. So if we go back, so what I like is the momentum is it's turned out to be bearish. And you can have a divergence. Yes, you have a divergence if you look at divergence, right? Since this level here, nice divergence. So it's another confirmation, right? Losing some momentum, drop. And also what you have is a nice closure on the 1 hour, all right? Push up, but sellers were able to close this candle with a wick. So fell to make a clear break and close above the area of 2210, 2212-ish. So it's more confirmation, right? About price action at the level. So yeah, nice. Nice push to the downside here. At this top level, buyers were able to push a bit up. I was still trusting my setup, right? Based on what I just explained. And then it's boom. My final TP got hit and then started to reverse. That's the best, one of the best, right? One of the best setup you can have when you program your TP and then you hit and then reverse. So you don't leave profits in the market, right? So to be honest, pretty nice setup. Why? It's because of the execution, right? So the entry, stop loss was good also. And for looking for a total of 1 to 16 risk to reward, and also the final TP got hit and started to reverse. So it's one of the best setup you can have. But keep in mind, is not always gonna happen, this kind of setup. That's what I want also, the members and of DT Nation, and also people that are trading and don't have this perception is, for example, it's just an example, right? One week you can have a very nice week, you're up, I don't know, 5-10%, right? Very good week. And then the next week you can make 0.5% or 1%. Every week and every day, you have to reset your mind, regardless what happened yesterday, regardless what happened last week. You were in positive or negative last week or yesterday. It doesn't matter. You have to reset your mind. Today it's a new day. Today it's a new setup, right? Why I'm saying that is because you might have feel, let's say we trade today and you hit your max daily loss. I don't know, maybe 2%. I don't know, right? You have your own max daily loss, right? So let's say you reach your max daily loss and then you're mad. And then the next day you're going to be more, let's say, you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to be scared about taking any setup because of yesterday. That's one. And also what you can feel also is, let's say yesterday, I don't know, you really had a good day. Let's say I don't know, you reach 3%, 5%, I don't know, right? You reach a good amount in gains. And the next day, what do you think? You have the same perception. Oh, I'm gonna make the same percentage today. The reality is not like, for example, gold, the 500 pips trade, it doesn't give me the opportunity. Let's say, let's look on the chart. Let's look on the chart. So because of my execution, I took it at the top, like it, love it, drop. So if you look at after that, right? So this was Thursday. Let's look at, I don't know, let's say here. Yeah, let's say you just the next day, right? Friday. So what do you have? You have a 136 pips move, and then to the downside is like a 205 pips move. So it doesn't happen all the time, every single day. I'm aware of that. I'm conscious of that, right? So usually, yeah, you can have 100 pip move. That's normal for gold. 200 pips move is kind of okay, good, nice. So I hope you understand that. Reset. Every single day that you trade, you have to reset your mind and say, today it's a new day, today it's a new setup, and not get attached to yesterday result. Yeah, or last week result. I understand when you are in a big winning streak and you keep winning, keep winning. Today I win, tomorrow I win, or shit. For a week I win all the trade. You can have this feeling of I'm invincible. I know everything about the market. If you trade long enough, you get what I feel, what I'm saying, right? But the thing is, when you get to that, when you assume that you're invincible, the market's gonna regulate. It's gonna regulate you, right? And you might have a losing streak after that. It's just because you get overexcited and you think that you will always win, and that's not the case. Every good trader lose some trade, um, but you just have to have a good risk management and, of course, risk to reward, and focus on the progress, not necessarily the result. That's how you're gonna grow as a trader. I hope it helps you. You can, visit the website on the description. You can join the free Telegram, right? And see you on the next trip. Peace.